What is up, y'all, and welcome back to Wi-Fi Finance, where we cover all things finance. I'm your host, Roger, and in today's video, I wanted to switch things up a little bit and talk to you about getting out of debt and ways to influence your credit score in 2023. So if you want to hear my story, successes, and flaws all in one, make sure to watch this video to get ahead of the game. Just a side note. Everything I'm about to say is my own experience. I'm in no way a financial consultant. I recommend if you have questions or need guidance, please reach out to a professional. With that being said, before we get into it, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Without further ado, let's get on into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is credit management. Having a good credit score can make a huge difference when it comes to financial stability. Here are some quick tips to help manage your credit effectively. So the first tip is pay your bills on time. Late payments can negatively impact your credit score. So make sure to pay all of your bills on time, and that includes credit cards, loans, and utilities. This is something you can do right now to just get ahead of the game. Tip 2, keep your credit utilization low. Your credit utilization ratio is the amount of credit you've been using compared to the amount of credit you have available. Keeping this ratio low can help boost your credit score. So try to keep your credit utilization below 30%. The third tip I want to share with you is monitor your credit report. Regularly check your credit report for errors or fraudulent activity. This can help you catch any issues early and take steps to correct them. What you don't want to happen is months go by and then you look at your credit report and find out that you have a $10,000 credit limit that has been maxed out because somebody hacked your account. So by monitoring this, you can be more aware and you can kind of just keep a better eye on everything just to make sure that you're taken care of in the end. Now that we talked about monitoring your credit and your credit score, let's transition into debt reduction. This tip I talk about so much, and it's super important. Make a budget. Creating a budget can help you identify areas where you can cut back on spending and free up some money to pay down that debt. Once you've created a budget, you can now move on to using the snowball, debt method, or debt avalanche method. Both of these methods involve paying off your debt one by one, but they differ in their approach. The debt snowball method involves paying off your smallest debt first, while the debt avalanche involves paying off the debt with the highest interest rate, but they still have the same framework behind them. This next tip may not be for everybody, but you can consider consolidating your debt. If you have multiple debts with a high interest rate, consolidating them into a single loan with a lower interest rate can make it easier to manage and pay off your debts. So think about it as if you have a high interest rate and you have 5 or 6 different loans, you can always reconsolidate into hopefully a lower interest rate, but a bigger loan. So that way you're only having to pay one bill instead of 5 or 6 little ones. Now let's get into some additional tips. Tip number 7, don't close old credit card accounts. Closing your old credit card accounts can actually hurt your credit score as it shortens your credit history. Instead, keep your oldest accounts open and use them periodically to keep them active. Tip number 8 is consider a secure credit card. If you're trying to rebuild your credit or you're just starting off with credit, a secure credit card could be a good option for you. These credit cards require a security deposit, which becomes your credit limit. Using a secure credit card responsibly can establish a positive credit history for you. Tip number 9 kind of gets overlooked a lot, and that's seek professional help if you need it. If you're feeling overwhelmed by your debt, don't hesitate to call a professional to help. A credit counselor or a debt management program can help you create a plan to paying off debt and getting on the right track. If you don't want to seek help, there's also a ton of books, there's a ton of YouTube videos, there's a lot of just knowledge at your fingertips that can really help get started with this. Well, that's all I have for you in this one. These are just a few tips for managing your credit effectively and reducing your debt. Remember, improving your financial health takes time and effort, but with the right strategies, you can make progress towards your own goals. Thanks for sticking around, and if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure you click that like button and subscribe. Don't forget, tell your mom, dad, uncle, third aunt, cousin, really anyone to check out the channel. And don't forget, we're all in this together. Until next time. Have a good one.